uncontrollable need to control you during and after the relationship has them putting the control of themselves squarely in your hands. Hi guys, welcome to Covert Narcissist Narcissist 101. I'm Kate. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for subscribing. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. Don't forget to hit the bell so you know when I upload more videos. During your relationship with a narcissist, you obviously will agree that all they wanted was to control you. They control your life. They want to control your thoughts. So when the relationship ends, they want the same thing to apply as well. So they need to be able to control the narrative after, because you have to understand, obviously, when the relationship ended, you were supposed to be reduced to nothing. You're supposed to, the light's supposed to go out of your life. Nothing's supposed to be progressing for you. You're supposed to be miserable. But as time goes on and as your target of healing, keeps going and progressing, you realize that the narcissist will be miserable because you're not miserable. The narcissist will be miserable because you're not miserable. Okay, let me tell you guys a story. A couple of weeks ago, the narcissist sent an email to me and detailing how him and the new supply and going overseas, and if I could pick the kids early on the weekend that he's supposed to have them and all that. And that is, that's fine. I'm always glad to have my kids for a longer period of time, so that's no problem. And like I got that email, there wasn't I didn't feel anything. It's that, matter of fact, what am I supposed to feel, right? So, okay, they're going overseas. So actually I thought it was too much information. All I needed to hear from you was I'm going to be out of town, blah, 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 blah. Because that's what I do in my own case. I don't give you details, information of what I'm doing. So, but he went out of his way to tell me, how far they're going and everything. So, meanwhile, I already planned to go out of town with the kids, for the Christmas break. So he doesn't know that. I normally don't disclose information until it's close to the time. So, no problem. So eventually, I guess the kids had informed him that they're going out of town as well. Overseas, they're going out of town. And what does the narcissist have sent me an email? He shot me an email apparently talking about he called the kids. They didn't answer. I didn't let the kids answer. I'm stopping them from calling him. And now this came out of nowhere, right? It's totally out of nowhere. So I'm like, what is going on? So apparently the kid just told him that they're traveling as well. So it kind of it's not sitting well with how the plans, how he planned for your life to be. Now you have to. This is years after, right? So I'm wondering why you projecting again. I know that's what they do, but why? Because you just realize the only reason is he thought like he gave me detailed information about where he's going and who he's going with, and me and the kids obviously are supposed to be stuck in the house and have nothing to do, because that's the picture, that's the narrative that they want. You're supposed to still be miserable, and can't do anything. You're not supposed to enjoy life after they leave. So he still doesn't understand why you are going anywhere. So out of nowhere, something else comes up. You don't let me talk to kids, you don't let me go to the kids, you don't do this, you don't do that. And of course I don't respond to this because, like I said, I already see where it's stemming from. So that is not my problem, So, but the narcissist karma is the fact that they are miserable. They are miserable because you're not miserable. Because you think somebody that just talked about, how good, their life is. You guys obviously see them on social media and everything. It must be perfect over there. There's roses and everything. But why are you miserable now? Because the narrative you have of your ex and the kids or whatever is not working according to plan as you have it. So that's the aim, I guess, for you guys, for us, all of us, as we heal, is to, once you heal, it's not going to happen overnight, obviously, but as you're going, your aim should be to get to the point where receiving those kind of messages doesn't do anything for you. That you get to the point where you're in complete control of yourself, your mind, because once you get to complete control of your mind, you realize nothing really affects you, because you're not really you don't care as much. Like, it doesn't register on your radar for you to address anything. And that is the point where the narcissist come, where they never get to that point. They can never get to that point, because the need to control you will always have them putting the control in your hands. So you can see how his mood obviously changed from whatever it was before. Why? Because he heard that you are not going to sit at home with the children and, watch TV or something. You guys are not doing anything fun. So when he realized that's not how it's going to work out for you, voila. All of a sudden, all the nice plans or whatever it is you have planned, all the nice things planned to do with a new supply, now you're worried about this. So I dare you guys, you make a change in your life as you move. I guarantee you, instead of thinking about all this other stuff that you wish to happen to the narcissist, you advance in your life, do something different that you haven't done, move on, thrive. That will get the narcissist hated. That is their karma, I swear to God, because it's like the more content you are, the more calm that comes to you after this crazy ordeal, the crazier they get, the more miserable they get. No matter what they're showing on the social media, no matter what they're saying, no matter what they're telling the kids, the more miserable they get. So, karma, we're expecting, hopefully that thing they stole that time, they finally catch up with them, or that person that they attacked, they finally catch up with them. Yeah, probably those things will probably end up happening. But the fact that your life is thriving, you are deviating from the narrative that they told themselves that that's how you're supposed to live. And it doesn't even take much, no matter how little it is and how small it is. It takes effect on these people. And that's how they get their own karma, where you're concerned, where you and the kids are concerned, that you are thriving. So the narcissist need to control you, the uncontrollable need to control you, and what happens after your life, after you leave them or they discarded you, have them put in control of how they feel from day to day in your hands. Not only that, you being in control of yourself, makes it so much easier for this to happen, because you pick and choose what you choose to react to. It doesn't take much for them to be miserable. All they need to do is watch you move, watch you progress, watch you do what you plan to do, you and the kids thrive. So I pray that all of us will get to that point where we can do this, heal every step, every little step. You'll be amazed, because they are watching you. They are watching you. We have the kids, they have people watching you. So there are so many things. So if we can concentrate and do what we need to do, you realize that the karma that comes to the narcissist is the fact that you're not miserable. And because you're not miserable, they are miserable. So you see in this scenario that this story, he's going overseas. I'm just going out of town. I'm driving out of town. You think that, his is more, it should be more fun, right? Going out of the country. But no. All that now, he's sending me 1, 2, 3 emails. I'm telling you, it's ridiculous. It almost looked like it was 3 years ago again, So I just realized that the more content you are, the more miserable they get, and that is the karma. Where you're concerned, that is the karma that these people get. Is that no matter how much progress you made, how little it is, it affects them greatly. So you concentrate on getting better, you concentrate on doing the right thing, you concentrate on moving forward with you and the kids, being emotionally healthy, everybody, you and the kids are genuinely happy. That is the narcissist karma, because as long as you are not miserable, they will be miserable. All right, guys, take care.